Hey guys, it's Clarissa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed this date night look, so keep watching and I hope you guys enjoy it. So to start things off, I'm just going to use my Fenty Pro Filt'r primer and put that all over my face. I like to use my hands instead of a beauty blender or a brush because I don't like that they take up some of the product and I want to use all of it to fill in those pores. Next, I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer and just do a little bit of color correcting darkness underneath my eyes, underneath my nose, in the corners of my mouth, and on my forehead. Next, I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty Foundation in the color 210. Kind of sporadically put that all over my face and drop a little bit on myself. And I'm just going to use a brush to sort of blend this in, make sure I get it everywhere. Now I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and kind of do the same thing I was doing with color correcting underneath my eyes, corners of my mouth, underneath my nose, also kind of narrowing my nose a little bit, getting underneath my brows, and the other area that really needed. Then I use a setting spray and I just mist my beauty blender with that instead of wetting it to make sure that I'm blending all of that concealer in. Next, I'm just going to set that with a little bit of Maybelline loose powder and put that everywhere all over my face just to make sure that all that product I just put there is going to set really nice, and also because I'm going to be using a powder contour kit and I feel like that goes better when you put it on top of a powder foundation. So now I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, using that first middle, making sure I get that jawline to make my circle head a little less circle. Next, I'm using that far right, kind of more defining the shape of my face, putting a little bit on my temple and my forehead. Again, make sure I get that jawline. Lastly, I'm going to use that kind of more bronzy color to really hit all those points again and make sure the contour is really popping. Now I'm going to bake my face with a NYX matte finishing powder, putting that all the places that I want to be lighter on my face, underneath my eyes, underneath that contour, on my forehead, and I also set my eyebrows because I use a pomade and want to make sure that that stays really well. Next, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade in the color medium brown, and I like to start in the bottom of my eyebrow, moving to the top. I make that really angry face when I'm doing my brows because it helps me see the top of my brow better. Now I'm using my Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette and using that first color that I showed to kind of do as my base, this light pink color. Then I'm going to use that more redder tone. Using that more redder tone, I'm going to make sure I really focus on the corners of my eye and getting sort of where the crease should be. I have hooded eyes, so there's not really as much of a crease as I would like, but I also focus on putting that pink powder there and then using that reddish to get underneath my eyes so that my hazel eyes, the green, pop a little bit more in those. Next, I need to just do the NYX liner to do a light liner on my eye because I'm going to be putting false lashes on. So I want there to be some sort of liner, but I don't really want anything too dramatic for this look. After the liner, I'm going to curl my lashes, even though you cannot see them. They are being curled. Dusting off that setting powder. Missed a little bit on my forehead. Alright, now I'm going to be putting blush on. It's in the color Limitless from Realher. Putting that high on my cheekbones and all up in my big fat cheeks. Next, I'm using my Becca highlights in the color Opal. Getting that on the high points of my cheek, my nose, upper part of my lip, a little bit on the bridge of my nose, over my eyes, and a little bit on my forehead and above my brows. Next, I'm going to put setting spray on because if you want your highlight really poppin', you know you gotta get it wet. So here I am putting on that same highlight again, high points of my cheekbones. Ooh, you see that? I know you see it. So putting that right there, blending that all in nice. Now after I put all this highlight in, I'm going to head and use the Urban Decay highlight and go back over those cheekbones and above my eyes a little bit. Lots of sparkles. Now I'm going to take a white powder I have and just put that in the corner of my eyes just to make them pop a little bit more in this corner. I'm going to use a little bit of that on my nose and my mouth as well. So now I'm going to use my Sugar Label Beauty lashes in Blessin'. So let me put those on for you guys, and here we go. Once I put my lashes on, I like to put a little bit of liner in the corners just to make sure that those lashes met up with my lash line. Now I'm going to be using my NYX lip liner to outline my lips first before I put my lipstick on, because I feel like liquid lipstick looks better when you put the liner on first and then blend it, and then I put a little bit on afterwards. So making sure I get all of my lips. It's a pet peeve of mine when I can't get lipstick on the middle of my lips, like the center, so I'm going to spend a lot of time with my mouth open trying to get that part. Now back to the liner, just to make sure the lips are very clean and really poppin'. I overline the bottom of my lips just a little bit with the liner. Yes, and here we are. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, be sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and check back for new videos every week. Okay, no, we're not doing that.